lost two good men who devoted their lives to protecting all of us. Officer Ramos, Officer Liu died in the line of duty, protecting the city they loved.
It makes no difference. A small-town police department in a rural county, or the biggest police department in America. Officers everywhere today are on a hair trigger. For the events in Brooklyn this weekend past and the unrelated killing of a former New York City cop in Florida all lead to one inescapable conclusion. Cops are targets more than ever before, and a feeling of lawlessness is unavoidable. It's a pleasure to welcome back into MidPoint former detective in the New York City Police Department, Wally Zeins. Wally, we thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Before we begin, I just want to extend my condolences to the Ramos and Liu family and the officer's family in Florida who had their lives taken so shortly.
When we talk about what happened, and again, I just want to get one comment from you on this. Two officers sitting in the car, completely unaware that someone is sneaking up on them to assassinate them. That moment itself must send chills down your spine, the spine of those who worked in the department at any time, knowing that you are indeed volunteers in the first place, but you had, and these people now have, targets on their back that are indelible and are growing larger every day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They just executed and assassinated those two cops, having their lunch in their police car so they can be in the area where they had to be for the presence of the community. It's just a tragedy. And especially, I have never seen in my 30 years in the police department the way the police department is today with the mayor and the way things are going.
I'm going to stop you right there and ask you this question flat out. In your opinion, does Mayor de Blasio have blood on his hands?
Well, if you want to look at it as a symbolism, he does have the symbolism. He is totally against the police of what we've seen. When his campaign to become mayor, he was against stop, question, and frisk. After that, when we had the protesters, the alleged attack, he claimed alleged attack on two lieutenants on the Brooklyn Bridge. Well, picture's worth 1,000 words. They were seen. When he talks about his son, to be careful of cops, and the situation when the grand jury found that in the Gardner case there was no true bill. I mean, he's totally against us. His back is against us. And, the word has to get out. We have to have some sort of sit-down with the police commissioner and the mayor and the community, and we have to work together. Otherwise, the city is going to fail. And if the city fails, it's a big economic loss. It's just going to ruin this city.
But Wally, what would the mayor of New York City have to gain by being against the police department in this fashion and someone who does not get behind them? It seems unfathomable that somebody would do that. It would seem to be political, financial, something. Why would he do this?
I have no idea. I do know that, he was very close with Al Sharpton during his campaign. And, he has to understand that the police department is the foundation of this city. They keep peace. They're part of the community. The name of the game is to work together, and he's not working with us. When he can let protesters escalate from marching to take over bridges and streets and to have them protesting in the street, what do we want? Dead cops? When do we want it? Now? That's absurd. He should get on the air and say, this is our police department. We're here to serve, and that's unacceptable.
Less than a minute, then we'll take a break, come back and talk more. But you mentioned the name Al Sharpton. In your opinion, and the opinion of those that you speak with, how much at fault is Al Sharpton? How much figurative blood does he have on his hands today? Have we lost Wally?
No, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
Al Sharpton is an instigator. He's a total instigator. And all he is doing is putting a flame to cause people that are entitled to their opinion to express their opinions, both verbally and tragically, the way this happened. This guy, the perp that came to New York City, he didn't have to come to New York City to murder cops. He could have stayed in Baltimore, and God forbid if he would have committed it there. But he came here because this is New York City. The word is getting out that this is the place where to come and get their words out. He's an EDP, an emotionally disturbed person. An emotionally disturbed person has a message or some sort of threat that he wants to get out.
Hang on 1 second, Wally. We're right up against a break. We're going to come back in just a couple of minutes. Wally Zeins joins us again as we continue on Midpoint.